minds, truth speaks, we ain't holding back. Real talk, real hearts, yeah, we stay on track. Stories that heal, yeah, we dive in deep. This is the space where the survivors speak. Ooh, turn it up, feel the glow. Survivor speaks, now you know. From pain to power, we grew, let the voices flow. Ooh, turn it up, feel the glow. Survivor speaks, now you know. From pain to power, we grew, let the voices flow. Would you like this turned into an actual? Would you like this turned into actual? Would you like this turned into an actual?
This video is being shown to you under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, education, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Smash that like button. Let's go.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It is your favorite breast cancer survivor, Survivor Speaks. I'm back with a quick video. I know it's been a while. Oh well, I actually did a video yesterday. Did a video earlier. It just wind up not going through it all. Some of you may know briefly. I'll say it briefly here. One time, I had a few emergency surgeries, like a week, back to back or whatever. So I'm on the mend, hurting a little bit, so the video didn't come out as I wanted it earlier. So I was just too tired and beat up to do it again. So I said, okay, maybe I'll try it again tonight and I'll try Aurora tomorrow. So briefly, shout out to y'all if you are watching the premiere. Thank you for that. You can hit the like button for free. I normally don't ask, but I am asking that if you find it on your heart, please send a donation to the channel. You can either send it to Chime or you can send it to Cash App. Both handles are scrolling across the bottom, or by hitting that like button for the free $99 is a great way to support the show. And thank you for that. As we all know, the Naziah Harris case is coming up. We're supposed to be covering that court case on this channel. But there is also another case that we're going to talk about today. It's an interesting case. I don't think it was covered enough. We ran into this case last year and we couldn't get enough. And so there's a retrial because it was a hung jury. And so looks like on October 13th or the 15th, we're going to be starting jury selection for this case. So let's dig into it a little bit so I can tell you a little bit about it. And then we are simply going to watch it together. It is a Mississippi versus Sheldon Timothy Herrington Jr. In the case of the unaliving of Jimmie J. Lee, a fellow student and prominent member of the LGBTQ plus community. So Sheldon Timothy Herrington Jr., of course, was not living as an openly gay man. He was living as a down low, closeted man who frequented all of the down low social media apps to find his counterparts. All right, I'm going to give you a little background on that story right now. Let me just see, I think I did I upload a picture? I may have uploaded a picture of them. Let me check really quick. If there's no picture, I'm going to be moving right along. And as you well know, I just told you I don't feel very well. And so thank you all for understanding. While I'm looking for that, I am also going to be promoting my book, something that I rarely do. And I think it's a wonderful book about myself, about my time battling breast cancer. And right now, the cool thing is I just put the um, QR code. Um, I thought I added it to the screen. And there it is. Surviving strong, overcoming triple negative breast cancer with the resilient mind. Set if you've already gotten the book. Thank you. If you were gifted the book, thank you. Either way, please go on Amazon. Leave a comment, good or bad. Hopefully, it is a good comment. Thank you for supporting your girl in advance. And I'll leave that up because I want to see if I did bring over a picture of the two of these young men. Really very, very confident he was in the LGBTQ plus community. So Sheldon Herrington, his family comes from a religious background. Um, it's sad, that you can't be who you are, and that in some cases things lead to unaliving. So, either way, it doesn't look like I brought over the picture because I think I changed, and so that way gave me a little time to promote my book. That is the book. Like I said, you can go on ahead and scan the QR code. It will take you directly to where you can purchase the book. There is a physical book there, and there's also the other version of it, Kindle. Kindle doesn't give you the full, yeah. So I just want to put that out. It's a little different. So I'll take it off the screen and let me get started on what I came to say. Then we're going to watch a video. Hopefully it goes through this time, and read an article from, regarding this case. All right. So I'm going to leave my book up here for now. All right, let's go about this case. So the case involves Sheldon Timothy Herrington Jr., a University of Mississippi graduate who is accused of the Redrum of Jimmie, a fellow student and prominent member of the LGBTQ plus community. Below, I'm going to talk about the key events and details of the case. Jimmie J. Lee disappeared on July 8, 2022 in Oxford, Mississippi. He was a 20-year-old graduate student at the University of Mississippi and was known for his active role in the LGBTQ plus community, including participating in the drag performances. Sheldon Herrington Jr., also a graduate, was arrested 2 weeks after Lee's disappearance. Investigators used electronic records to uncover explicit between messages between the two and online searches by Herrington, including how long does it take to strangle someone made on the morning of Lee's disappearance. All right, so Herrington was charged with capital Redrum. It's defined in Mississippi as the unaliving committed during another felony, such as kidnapping. So allegedly, he kidnapped Lee as well, and was initially released on a $150,000 bond. The first trial ended in a mistrial in December of 2024 after the jury failed to reach a unanimous verdict One juror reportedly refused to convict due to the lack of a body. So then there was a discovery of the remains, and that was on February 1st of 2025. Thank God for that. These remains were discovered by deer hunters in a wooded area in Carroll County, Mississippi. The remains were identified using a gold necklace with his name, matching jewelry he wore in social media posts. He were on over his social media was still up last time I checked. He was such a vibrant young man, and he dressed in all kinds of clothes, women's clothing, male clothing, whatever he felt like putting on. It was a fashion, dress, whatever he felt, yeah, put it on. He was on, you know, and he didn't hide who he was. That he was on things that will come out during the trial. It wasn't him, not at all. It was the Unaliver who was the one that was doing the hiding. So he was on all types of, like I said, BL social media sites, some I've never heard of. Um, so the remains were found wrapped in moving blankets and duct tape, along with the silk bonnet that leads to wearing surveillance footage from the morning of his disappearance. If I can get the computer to look right, as you know, I am not trained. You will take a look at that video of him leaving his home in a robe and his um, bonnet. It is important to note that he had already met up with Herrington and had sexual relations with him, and he had lured him back a second time. And that second time, according to the evidence that you will see, it's on camera. He unalived him. Now, the unaliving we didn't see on camera, what we saw, all of him, driving his car, parking his car, and running away from the crime scene. So, following the discovery of these remains, Herrington was re-indicted and charged with tampering with evidence for allegedly hiding the body. In addition to capital Redrum, he turned himself in on February 11th of 2025 and was denied bond. However, on March 7, 2025, Judge Kelly Luther dismissed the tampering charge due to the 2-year statute of limitations, ruling that the prosecution should have brought the charge sooner. So I'm a little confused about that. They found the remains on February 1st, 7th. Okay. Tomatoes, tomato, potato, wheel, whatever. So the state announced it would not seek capital punishment, but would pursue life imprisonment if Herrington is convicted in the retrial. So prosecutors alleged that Herrington, who was not openly gay, lured Lee back to his apartment after a sexual encounter and unalived him to prevent their relationship from becoming public. Evidence includes surveillance footage showing Herrington running from where Lee's car was abandoned, Herrington purchasing duct tape, and driving to his hometown of Granada on the day Lee disappeared. Lee's remains found near Herrington's parents' home, wrapped in materials linked to Herrington. The defense's position is that, and they argue that there is no conclusive proof of Redrum or crime scene evidence tying Herrington to unaliving. They also challenged the timeliness of the evidence tampering charge. Herrington has maintained his innocence throughout the proceedings. A new trial is scheduled to begin on October 13th of 2025 in Lafayette County. Jury selection will start at 9 a.m. with a backup date set for December 1st, 2025 in case of conflicts. So Lee's disappearance and unaliving sparked the Justice for Jay Lee movement, led by his friends and family, advocating for accountability and awareness. The case has highlighted issues of violence against LGBTQ plus individuals and the challenges in prosecuting crimes without a body. Okay, so at least he's being charged for capital Redrum. They now do have remains, which is a beautiful thing. They didn't have one during the first trial. The key evidence that they have is the electronic messages online, so surveillance footage remains found. So the prosecution's goal is life imprisonment, no capital punishment. And I'll take that. All right. So let's see if I can briefly bring over a copy of what I was trying to bring over earlier. It is a very small news clip by Channel 5. And it is odd that, they went canvassing the neighborhood to ask about, Mr. Lee, and the Mr. Herrington had some very strange language that he mentioned when they questioned. Very, very odd, very strange. Hopefully we can get it up here. If not, I'm just going to have to verbally tell you what that is. So let's see what we can bring over and if it will play in this time. If not, you may just have to listen to it. We'll forego it altogether. As I stated, I'm not home. I'm recovering at my mom's. I will be here for a while, so hopefully things will get better and not worse. So for the first 2 days, it has been yesterday and today has been trying to get back into the swing of things, trying to, let me turn the music off. Yeah, trying to stream, and I've forgotten about streaming. So let's turn that off. At least we do have a picture here. And so shout out to Action 5 News. And so this is just a brief 2-minute video. So let's see if we can get this played here and hear the bizarre things. And I hope I have the closed caption on. Yes, I do. So we can read just in case you can't hear, because I believe that it was kind of low. So let's go.
Action News 5's Bria Bolden joins us live from Oxford, Mississippi now to share what the jury heard. Bria.
Well, for the first time, we're actually seeing police's initial interaction with Tim Herrington. By this point in time, Jimmie J. Lee had been missing for about 2 weeks at this point. Police were considering Herrington as a suspect already after reviewing Snapchat messages between Lee and Herrington the day Lee was reported missing. Former Oxford Police Lieutenant Shane Fortner reminded the jury Lee's friend provided information to police. Lee was heading over to meet up with someone the day of his disappearance. At this point in time, Fortner also says police had information about Lee's car being dropped off at Molly Bar Trails Apartments and someone jogging away minutes later. A man later identified as Tim Herrington. At his apartment, Herrington acknowledged he knew Lee and told police Lee came by his apartment the night before Lee went missing. Here's a clip of what Herrington told police when discussing where Lee could be.
Could have went and had casual sex with somebody and they kidnapped him.
Okay. When you were canvassing, did anybody else have a response like that?
No, sir.
Was that significant to you?
Absolutely it was.
Fortner told the jury he believes Tim described during this conversation in an interview with the Oxford Police Department's Criminal Investigation Division what he had done to Jimmie J. Lee. Herrington later told police that him and Lee did have a sexual relationship. You're going to hear that interview with the police department coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. Reporting live in Oxford, Bria Bolden, Action News 5.
Okay, so that was very odd of him to say that. That was very odd of him to say that maybe someone kidnapped him. They had, extra relationship with him and kidnapped him afterwards. So it sounds like he's telling them what happened during the incident. So there's also another article that I wanted to share with you from advocate.com, um, and read that along with you if we can get it up here. That's my thing. So here it is. It will be up momentarily. So we're going to read this article um, from advocate.com. And okay, so it looks like it's doing the same thing that it was doing to me from earlier. Let's try it again. If not, I'll just read it. All right, so let's go back over and see if it is there. And I'll put myself in a small box and let's see. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time. It's not okay, so the article does not want to come over like it should, but I think it's very, very interesting. Okay, so here we do have it. All right, so let's read the article. I don't know why it's giving me such a hard time. All right, so I have to move it from here. So it says man accused of killing gay Ole Miss. This Mississippi student wants trial location changed. So he actually asked to have the location of the um, trial location changed. And so let's get into the article. All right. So this in the briefs, that's Jay Lee and Herrington Jr. So the attorney for Sheldon, Herrington Jr., says his client can't get a fair trial because of the negative publicity his case has received. A Mississippi man accused of unaliving a gay college student wants his trial. The attorney for Sheldon, Herrington Jr., changed with Capital Redrum, University of Mississippi, to move the trial out of Northeast Mississippi, citing extensive pretrial that could compromise finding an unbiased jury. Herrington, 23, of Grenada, is accused of drumming Lee, a 20-year-old student who had been missing since July 2022. He was indicted a capital murder charge in March of 2023 and a $50,000 bond in 2022. The Kevin Horan filed a 34-page motion on Monday, arguing that widespread media coverage and social media commentary have made it impossible for Herrington to receive a fair trial in Lafayette County, where the university is located. The Northeast Mississippi Daily Journal reports. There has been extensive coverage of the alleged facts concerning this case. Horan wrote, this matter has been widely published and well documented in the media, and counsel for the defendant has good reason to believe it will only continue and potentially worsen moving forward. Horan pointed to television and newspaper coverage and several social media posts that contain negative and false information about Herrington and positive information in support of Jay Lee. The Lafayette County Circuit Clerk's office has received numerous letters supporting Lee, and Horan argued that social media supporters have already concluded that Herrington is guilty and that justice must be served, the Associated Press reports. Investigators said cell phone records showed Herrington and Lee communicated on the morning of Lee's disappearance, and Herrington conducted an internet search for how long it takes to strangle someone shortly before Lee arrived at his apartment. Surveillance footage captured Herrington running from the location where Lee's car was later found, and he was observed collecting a shovel and wheelbarrow at his parents' house, authorities said. All right, so Herrington, who maintains his innocence, was arrested 2 weeks after Lee's disappearance. Prosecutors have announced they will not seek capital punishment, meaning Herrington could face a life sentence if convicted. Mississippi law allows the defense to request a change of venue if they can demonstrate that a fair trial cannot be held in the original location. Warren presented affidavits from 19 Lafayette County citizens who said they had seen coverage of the case and believed Herrington could not receive a fair trial in the county due to prejudgment of his case or ill will toward him, the Daily Journal reports. I bet you all 19 people were from his church or his family members. So the information that has been publicized online and in newspapers has been severely prejudicial to the defendant to the extent that the potential jury pool in Lafayette County has been irreversibly tainted, Warren wrote. The trial is scheduled to begin on October 15th. There is a conflict in the dates. I have October 13th. They have October 15th as well. So I'll have to check and see which date is actually the correct date. So October 13th or October 15th, one of those days. The jury selection will be starting. It is still justice for Jay Lee. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, his community, the people that he helped, the people that he served. He did a lot of community work, you know, in the LGBTQ plus community and beyond. We just don't want to limit it to because people look for that and they draw to that and want to hang on to that only. From what I understand, he was a great young man. His parents was raising a very responsible man and was teaching him everything about, life up until the point where he was and beyond. His father made sure that, you know, he knew about credit, about, how to pay his bills on time, how to make a living, how to stand up for what he wanted to, stand up for without bullying anyone else. And as I stated, they tried to make this scene the first time, so during the first trial, so I'm going to mention it again. That year he was on videos, on social media websites where men were on the DL. So if the men are on the DL, that means that they are looking to have relationships with gay men. So I didn't understand. I don't understand the connection or correlation between the two. It's just that he was there. His friends was against him, using those websites because if, the men on the DL wanted to be out, they would be out, but they were still looking for gay men. So, as I stated, that is a trial that's coming up that I'll be covering. Hopefully, I will be fully recovered by then. It's been painful, having these two surgeries back to back, but I'm feeling a little better than when I did the video and taped nothing earlier. So I'm glad about that. Nonetheless, I am getting ready to finish putting the video together, set it up as a premiere, and I am going to the girl is tired. Um, Working on some more things so that I can make sure that I try to get back into the swing of things and be live and have some content for you guys. Um, and make sure you follow me at Survivor Speaks 2.0. Same spelling, just put the number 2.0 at the end. Over there, I'll be faceless because it's more of a channel where, you get really creative and, do some things with, the new tools they have available for social media. So I'm happy to hear about that. And I also should be starting a music reaction channel. I love reacting to music. I just was like, I didn't want to do it, but I think I am going to go ahead and take it on. If it becomes too much, then it becomes too much. But that's one of the things that I do want to do. And I want to say thank you all. And if you are here watching the premiere and you do have a membership, you can just say thank you to Kat Not William, is the one that donated those memberships. Thank you to her. And drop a green cat emoji that you have access to the chat. We know what they are for. Or you just say thank you for the emoji, Cat Williams, and if she watches this video, she'll be able to see. So it wouldn't be me if I did this video the way I always do, by bringing awareness that men get breast cancer too. Because of the stigma surrounding the word breast, we have changed the word to peck and or chest cancer over here. So we're going to continue to end the stigma and bring awareness to breast cancer too. All of my ladies, please make sure you're getting your mammograms on your boobies. Ensure that you are all right. Don't you dare let anybody come into your house and disturb the peace. Passes all understanding. I am Survivor Speaks. I'll see you guys in the next upload or live video. Keep me in your prayers. Thank you. Peace.
Late nights, truth speaks, we ain't holding back. Real talk, real hearts, yeah, we stay on track. Stories that heal, yeah, we dive in deep. This is the space where the survivors speak. Ooh, turn it up, feel the glow. Survivor speaks, now you know. From pain to power, we grew, let the voices flow. Now you know, from pain to power, we grew, let the voices flow. Would you like this turned into an actual? Would you like this turned into an actual? Would you like this turned into an actual? Late nights, truth speaks, we ain't holding back. Real talk, real hearts, yeah, we stay on track. Stories that heal, yeah, we dive in deep. This is the space where the survivors speak. Ooh, turn it up, feel the glow. Survivor speaks, now you know. From pain to power, we grew, let the voices flow. Now you know, from pain to power, we grew, let the voices flow. Would you like this turned into an actual? with you like this turned into an actual